I'll paraphrase this health text while maintaining the same style, structure, meaning, and length. Here's the paraphrased version. It may surprise you to discover that regular intake of certain nut varieties could increase your susceptibility to cardiac conditions by approximately 48%. This is especially applicable for elderly individuals. There's concrete evidence supporting this figure. It derives from studies published in the American College of Cardiology's journal, executed across multiple years. Here comes the concerning portion. Several commonly stored nuts found in pantry areas can quietly elevate blood pressure, trigger bodily inflammation, block blood vessels, and potentially accelerate mental deterioration. Yet, many senior citizens consume them thinking they're healthy. One particular nut, whose identity will be revealed later, has been associated with increased levels of a harmful substance that through regular consumption can harm your liver function, renal health, and cognitive abilities. You likely have this specific nut in your snack collection already. The same one that low-carbohydrate diet proponents often claim is advantageous, but it may be causing permanent harm to aging bodies. However, don't worry, we've investigated this thoroughly in today's segment. Within this discussion, you'll find the most comprehensive advice on nut consumption, including which types offer maximum protection, greatest benefits for heart health, and most advantages for your brain function, alongside which ones should be entirely avoided. Furthermore, ensure you watch until the end because there's a troubling truth about the number one dangerous nut that few mention openly, and it could be significantly damaging your health without your knowledge. Please support this video with likes and subscribe to the channel for similar material before we begin. Also, state in the comments section your viewing location. Now, let's review the 4 types of nuts that older adults should be including. 4th ranked, the bone-strengthening champion, almonds. Among the best foods for an aging body is the almond, due to its abundant calcium and vitamin E content, which together help maintain strong bone structure. Bone fractures increasingly cause serious complications as we age because our skeletal framework naturally becomes more brittle and vulnerable. Natural bone density loss accelerates after age 65, but consuming just 1/4 cup of almonds daily helps slow this process by providing about 97 milligrams of calcium. Beyond their calcium richness, almonds also contain magnesium, a mineral often lacking in elderly populations. This feature makes almonds truly exceptional. Magnesium acts as a delivery mechanism, preventing calcium from damaging your arterial walls and instead directing it toward your bones. The beneficial monounsaturated fats in almonds also support heart health by reducing levels of harmful LDL cholesterol, which becomes increasingly crucial as cardiovascular disease risk grows with advancing age. A daily portion of 15 to 20 almonds, preferably raw or dry roasted without added salt, represents my suggestion for older individuals. Almonds function as excellent remedies against digestive slowness thanks to their high fiber content, roughly 3.5 g per serving, which affects approximately 40% of the senior community. Most importantly, research conducted by scientists at Tufts University has shown that almonds can help combat oxidative damage that many fear would impact their brain cells with increasing age. Look for almonds with their skin intact as they contain flavonoids in the coating that when combined with vitamin E double their antioxidant power. Warning: almonds may present choking hazards for elderly people experiencing swallowing difficulties, so ensure thorough chewing before swallowing. 3rd ranked, walnuts, the nut improving brain function. Due to their striking resemblance to the cerebral organ they help support, walnuts emerge as premier brain foods for seniors. These remarkable nuts offer the highest concentration of plant-based omega-3 fatty acid alpha-linolenic acid compared to any other common nut. This carries significant importance for aging brains since omega-3s support neural communication and maintain nerve cell membrane integrity. Substantial improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility were observed in seniors consuming just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily over 8 weeks. According to recent studies published in the Nutrition Journal, walnuts' unique polyphenolic components may inhibit development of neurodegenerative conditions including Alzheimer's and dementia by crossing the blood-brain barrier and directly fighting inflammation within neural tissues. What remains generally unknown is that walnuts contain melatonin too, levels of which typically decrease with advancing years, potentially causing sleep disturbances for many seniors. Some individuals find that eating a handful of walnuts before bedtime helps achieve more restful sleep. Walnuts' combination of arginine, an amino acid supporting vascular function, and polyphenol, which reduce oxidative stress, also makes them extremely beneficial for cardiovascular health. Indeed, walnuts can improve blood pressure medication effectiveness by helping elderly individuals maintain arterial elasticity. For maximum benefits, store walnuts under refrigeration to prevent their sensitive oils from becoming rancid. And try consuming 7 to 9 walnut halves daily. As an added benefit, you can maintain manual dexterity by cracking them yourself whenever possible. Don't be discouraged by the naturally defensive taste of walnuts. Actually, slight bitterness indicates their powerful antioxidant concentration. Second-ranked, pistachios represent an excellent approach for managing hypertension. Regarding health benefits of nuts for seniors, pistachios may represent the most underestimated variety, particularly for blood pressure control. Pistachios stand out by containing minimal sodium and plentiful potassium, approximately 285 mg per serving, making them an advantageous snack option. This mineral balance holds particular significance for elderly persons because it helps prevent kidney salt retention as aging advances. They may lower systolic blood pressure readings by 3 to 5 points, similar to certain prescription medications but without side effects. Additionally, pistachios' lutein and zeaxanthin deserve mention because these carotenoids protect against age-related macular degeneration, the main cause of vision loss in individuals over age 60, by concentrating within the eye's macula. Older adults can enjoy pistachios' satisfying crunch without worrying about potential damage to dental work and gum tissue that harder nuts might cause. Beyond visual appeal, antioxidants present in their characteristic green and purple coloration help neutralize free radicals that accelerate bodily aging processes. Pistachios benefit seniors through their practicality, preventing excessive consumption and offering a mindful eating experience that proves both relaxing and cognitively stimulating. The shell removal process naturally slows consumption. The International Journal of Obesity noted that discarded shells help seniors better monitor their intake by providing visual evidence of consumption quantity. If hand arthritis affects you, partially open pistachios still allow enjoyment of the shelling experience. Aim for approximately 49 pistachios daily, or roughly 1 ounce of unsalted or lightly salted varieties. For the 25% of Americans over age 65 who have diabetes or prediabetes, the 3 g of fiber per ounce of pistachios proves highly beneficial in stabilizing blood sugar levels. First-ranked, Brazil nuts, a solution for thyroid issues. We've placed Brazil nuts first because they support thyroid function, an important yet frequently overlooked aspect of healthy aging. With 96 micrograms or 137% of daily requirements in just one specimen, these extraordinary nuts constitute the richest selenium food source currently known. Since numerous thyroid disorder cases remain undiagnosed because symptoms frequently resemble natural aging signs, this carries enormous significance because thyroid conditions affect up to 20% of individuals over age 65. Selenium, abundant in Brazil nuts, proves essential for thyroid hormone activation, which subsequently supports energy production, metabolism, and emotional stability. Beyond thyroid benefits, specific fatty acids in Brazil nuts help preserving myelin, the protective covering surrounding nerve cells that typically diminishes with advancing age. Seniors may maintain reflexes, reaction times, and cognitive processing abilities thanks to this myelin preservation. The selenium in Brazil nuts warrants attention because it exists in organically bonded form, making it more bioavailable and easily utilized by your body compared to synthetic selenium supplements. Brazil nuts demonstrate such potency that small quantities yield noticeable effects, and their rich, creamy consistency makes even small amounts enjoyable. Indeed, I recommend seniors consume no more than 1 or 2 Brazil nuts daily due to potential adverse effects from excessive selenium consumption. When purchasing Brazil nuts, try finding those still enclosed in shells. This natural packaging preserves nutritional integrity longer. Store them refrigerated to prevent spoilage resulting from high fat composition. Brazil nuts contain fiber and natural oils supporting digestive regularity, providing additional benefits for seniors experiencing constipation. Many elderly individuals seek comfort in less nutritious snack options. However, these present excellent alternatives due to their naturally sweet and buttery flavor profile. The most remarkable emerging evidence suggests certain antioxidants in Brazil nuts may slow natural shortening of telomeres, chromosome caps that typically contract with age and consequently influence cellular aging processes. If you're 65 or beyond, these nuts represent ideal choices for you. In this upcoming section, we'll examine nuts which certain seniors should avoid or consume cautiously. Inflammatory trigger number 4, peanuts. Despite widespread consumption, peanuts create problems for numerous elderly individuals due to inherent risks. Initially, recognize that peanuts aren't true nuts. They're underground growing legumes. This makes them vulnerable to fungal growth and aflatoxins, mycotoxins naturally produced by certain molds that can damage liver function and increase cancer vulnerability through regular consumption. As aging progresses, bodily detoxification systems inevitably become less efficient, amplifying this danger. More concerning for elderly persons is that peanuts contain proteins potentially triggering inflammatory responses in many individuals, even without actual allergic sensitivities. Aging persons already face increased vulnerability to joint discomfort, cardiovascular strain, and cognitive deterioration. This subtle inflammation can worsen all three conditions. Most Americans already consume excessive omega-6 fatty acids compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Peanuts' elevated omega-6 concentration compounds this issue. Many physicians neglect telling elderly patients about potentially dangerous interactions between peanuts and anticoagulants like warfarin resulting from peanuts' vitamin K content. The inclusion of hydrogenated oils, additional sodium, and sweeteners in commercial peanut butters intensifies these problems for aging cardiovascular systems. The 63% of American seniors suffering from hypertension already face enough challenges. Even natural peanut butter without salt addition can elevate blood pressure readings. Improper storage causes peanuts to become rancid and generate harmful free radicals, creating another concern. Commercial dry roasting processes also produce acrylamide, a substance with potential cognitive degrading effects. This particularly concerns individuals already worried about memory function. Even if you've consumed peanuts regularly without apparent negative consequences, switching to our recommended alternatives, even 3 days weekly, can provide essential nutrients while reducing exposure to these harmful substances. Third ranked, cashews. The blood sugar elevation that remains initially undetected. Due to exceptionally high carbohydrate composition and glycemic impact, cashews present distinct hazards to older adults. Cashews contain fewer beneficial compounds and substantially more carbohydrates, approximately 9 g per ounce, than true tree nuts. Approximately 25% of individuals over age 65 have diabetes, while another 48% have prediabetes. This triggers blood glucose responses potentially dangerous for their well-being. This concern intensifies because cashews maintain positive health reputations. Consequently, many elderly people consume them excessively without considering potential blood sugar impacts. Cashew's smooth, curved shape creates aspiration hazards deserving attention, particularly for individuals with swallowing difficulties. They rank among frequently aspirated nuts among senior populations. Nutritionally, cashews underperform due to elevated oxalate content, substances binding with calcium during digestion and reducing calcium absorption. This creates significant problems for elderly individuals already facing osteoporosis vulnerability. For those already experiencing increased kidney stone risk, danger escalates dramatically beyond age 60 due to these same oxalates. Another hidden problem involves cashew processing. Cashews sacrifice substantial nutritional value during extensive processing required to remove urushiol, a toxic substance also found in poison ivy. Many commercially available varieties undergo oil roasting and excessive salting, introducing unhealthy fats and sodium, potentially worsening hypertension and cardiac strain. Cashews contain enzyme inhibitors, potentially hindering protein digestion. This particularly affects seniors who frequently struggle with food digestion and protein absorption generally. Many remain unaware of this characteristic. Cashews' creamy texture facilitates overconsumption, potentially contributing to weight management challenges during life stages when maintaining healthy weight becomes increasingly difficult. Regularly substituting walnuts or almonds for cashews provides healthier snacking options, presenting fewer threats to aging bodies while delivering superior nutritional benefits. 2. Owing to extreme caloric density, macadamia nuts present significant health concerns to elderly individuals despite delightful flavor. They represent the most calorically concentrated nut available at approximately 200 calories per ounce. Metabolic rates inevitably declining with advancing age further complicates already challenging weight management for seniors. Their extraordinarily high fat composition, about 22 g per ounce, further diminishes gallbladder efficiency, already compromised through aging. Macadamias can trigger painful episodes potentially otherwise unnoticed by the 15% of seniors with asymptomatic gallstones. Beyond caloric content, macadamias rank among nuts with highest saturated fat concentrations, roughly 3 g per ounce, potentially raising LDL cholesterol levels, concerning many elderly individuals. Their density and hardness seriously threaten dental health for seniors having crowns, bridges, or weakened teeth. This particularly affects those beyond age 65 when enamel weakens through wear and diminished calcium absorption. Practically speaking, macadamias rank among costliest nuts, potentially causing budget-conscious seniors to select cheaper varieties more likely rancid or improperly stored, exposing them to dangerous oxidized fats. Commercial macadamia's nutritional profile already suffers, further compromised by additional sodium and damaged fats through oil roasting and excessive salting. Their rich, buttery flavor might encourage overconsumption, particularly among older individuals possibly having less discriminating palates preferring stronger tastes. It's concerning that many elderly persons consume macadamias believing they benefit cardiac health, yet research demonstrating nuts' heart benefits has largely ignored or minimized high-fat varieties like macadamias. Pistachios offer substantially improved nutritional profiles specifically suited for aging bodies. If you've regularly enjoyed macadamias, consider switching alternatives. First ranked, pine tree nuts. Pine nuts, known medication disruptors, rank among most problematic nuts for elderly populations for numerous reasons particularly significant within this demographic. Their containing compounds interacting with over 60% of medications prescribed to seniors raises substantial concerns since these interactions could diminish medication effectiveness or introduce harmful side effects. Many prescription medications interact with each other, particularly statins, certain antidepressants, and hypertension treatments prescribed to individuals beyond age 65. Most physicians and pharmacists never inform patients about food-drug interaction risks, raising significant warning signals. Pine nut syndrome creates greatest concern, causing pine nuts to impart bitter metallic flavors potentially persisting weeks after consumption. While seemingly insignificant, this can severely impact older adults due to correlations between taste alterations and decreased appetite and nutritional status. Research indicates substantial weight reduction occurs in approximately 42% of affected individuals. The syndrome apparently affects elderly populations more frequently, possibly attributable to taste receptor changes and modified detoxification pathways accompanying aging. Pine nuts contain abundant polyunsaturated fats quickly oxidizing and generating inflammatory compounds. This concerns elderly individuals already managing inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slippery texture may cause aspiration. This particularly worries older persons experiencing swallowing difficulties or taking medications causing mouth dryness, affecting over 70% of seniors taking multiple prescriptions. While protein absorption naturally decreases with advancing age, pine nuts enzyme inhibitors can impede protein digestion during this period. Pine nuts represent calorie-dense items potentially contributing to weight management challenges common beyond age 65 due to high oil content and culinary applications including pesto, their most common preparation method. Concerningly, emerging research indicates chemicals in certain pine nut varieties may accelerate age-related macular degeneration, the primary cause of vision loss among elderly populations. After reaching 65, avoid these 4 nuts. Dietary choices regarding which nuts to incorporate or eliminate can profoundly influence health, vitality, and mental function during golden years. Finally, remember that consistent implementation of minor adjustments yields tremendous outcomes long-term. Now it's your turn to share. Have dietary modifications such as adding or eliminating specific nuts affected your health? Tell us which nut most significantly impacted your well-being. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. We appreciate your feedback.